Catapult is the Navy's approach to accelerating technology transition by leveraging past SBIR or STTR investments made by any federal agency. In this video, we'll dive deeper into how Catapult works, who can benefit, and what contingencies to keep in mind. Regardless of whether your past SBIR or STTR work came from the Navy, Air Force, National Science Foundation, or any participating federal agency, Catapult may help you transition that work to naval applications, provided it aligns with a related and validated Navy need. Catapult also serves as an efficient alternative to creating a brand new Navy topic announcement. Since other agencies often have similar capability needs, tapping into existing SBIR or STTR projects can significantly shorten the timeframe for delivering a solution, avoiding the need to reinvent the wheel. Past Phase 1 and Phase 2 awards are eligible for Catapult, provided they were funded awards. For example, you received an actual contract or grant. Past Phase 1 awards are eligible for Catapult if you competed for Phase 2, even if you were not selected. Past Phase 2 awards are eligible if you have not received 2 Phase 2 awards for the same topic. Let's consider 2 examples. In the first, let's suppose you received a funded Phase 1 contract via the Air Force. Catapult can build off the work for naval applications if you competed for Phase 2. As a second example, let's suppose you received a Phase 1 followed by a Phase 2 grant via the Department of Energy. If you did not receive a second Phase 2 award under the same topic, you are eligible for Catapult. Here are some additional conditions to keep in mind. First, the Catapult effort must be built on or extended from your previously funded SBIR or STTR project. It cannot be a random or unrelated technology. Second, Catapult often depends on surplus or remaining Navy SBIR funds, which may not always be available in a given fiscal year. Third, ultimately, the Navy must confirm an operational requirement. Companies cannot initiate Catapult projects on their own without Navy endorsement. Lastly, if the original award came from another agency, the Navy must request permission from the originating agency to use that topic. This requires an approved waiver approved by the originating agency before proceeding. Here is a breakdown of the process. Naval customers identify past SBIR or STTR projects that fit current or future naval priorities. This can either be done via search on sbir.gov or based on discussions with small businesses who can present their past SBIR or STTR portfolio. Naval customers submit their candidates to the associated Navy SBIR program manager, who then makes a funding decision and submits a waiver for the originating agency's permission. Once approved by the originating agency, Navy SBIR program managers will send a request for proposal or RFP to the designated small business. Small businesses receiving this RFP can then work with the naval customer to define the scope of work that builds upon the previous work. After a successful evaluation, small businesses will receive their Phase 2 award. When engaging with a Navy program manager or customer, be sure to present your relevant SBIR or STTR portfolio. Even if a project originated with another agency, it might align with the Navy need and be eligible for the Catapult initiative. Also, keep in mind that relevance will be validated. We will be requesting the names of your technical points of contact or TPOCs of those past awards to gain insight on what has been developed and ensure that what is built via Catapult has a lineage. For more details, visit the web link below for more information.